Having control over your data. Welcome to Be a Baby Billionaire. In an age where digital footprints extend far beyond simple transactions, the question of who controls personal data has become increasingly pertinent. This presentation, Having Control Over Your Data, delves into the intricate landscape of data privacy, ownership, and security, exploring the fundamental principles that underpin individuals' rights in the digital sphere. From consent and transparency to security measures and accountability, each aspect plays a crucial role in shaping how personal data is collected, used, and protected. As data breaches continue to make headlines and privacy concerns escalate, understanding and asserting control over one's data is not just a matter of convenience and personal safety, but a fundamental aspect of modern digital citizenship. Through this exploration, we navigate the complexities of data sovereignty, ethical considerations in AI, and compliance with evolving data protection laws. Ultimately, empowering individuals to safeguard their data is not only a matter of privacy, but a cornerstone to autonomy and trust in the digital age. Control 1. Data ownership. Data ownership refers to the legal and ethical rights individuals have over their personal data. In the digital age, where vast amounts of personal information are collected, stored, and analyzed by organizations, the concept of data ownership has become increasingly important. Individuals should have the ultimate control and authority over their personal data, meaning they have the right to decide how their data is collected, processed, and shared. This includes the right to grant or withhold consent for the collection and use of their data. Data ownership empowers individuals to assert control over their digital identities, protect their privacy, and safeguard their personal information from misuse or exploitation by third parties. Moreover, recognizing data ownership rights encourages organizations to adopt transparent and responsible data practices. Control 2. Transparency. Transparency in data practices refers to the clear and open disclosure of how organizations collect, use, and share personal data. Organizations should communicate transparently about their data practices through privacy policies, terms of service agreements, and other means of disclosure. This includes informing individuals about what types of data are collected. Transparent data practices enable individuals to make informed decisions about the collection and sharing of their personal information, empowering them to exercise control over their data and protect their privacy. By embracing transparency, organizations demonstrate their commitment to accountability, ethical data handling, and respect for individual rights, fostering trust and confidence among users and stakeholders. Control 3. Purpose limitation. Purpose limitation is a fundamental principle of data protection that requires organizations to collect and process personal data only for specified, explicit, and legitimate purposes disclosed to the individual at the time of collection. This principle ensures that organizations do not use personal data in ways that are incompatible with the purposes for which it was originally collected, thus minimizing the risk of unauthorized or inappropriate data processing. Organizations should clearly define the purposes for which personal data will be used and ensure that data collection and processing activities are limited to those purposes. If an organization wishes to use personal data for a new purpose not originally disclosed to the individual, it must obtain additional consent or ensure that the new purpose is compatible with the original purpose. Purpose limitation promotes transparency, accountability, and fairness in data processing. Control 4. Data minimization. Data minimization is a privacy principle that emphasizes the importance of collecting and retaining only the personal data that is necessary for the fulfillment of specific purposes. This principle aims to reduce the amount of personal data collected and processed by organizations, thereby minimizing the risks associated with data breaches, unauthorized access, and privacy violations. By adopting data minimization practices, organizations demonstrate their commitment to privacy protection, responsible data stewardship, and compliance with data protection regulations. Control 5. Security measures. Implementing robust security measures is essential for protecting personal data from unauthorized access, disclosure, alteration, or destruction. Security measures encompass a range of technical, organizational, and procedural safeguards designed to prevent data breaches and ensure the confidentiality. This includes encryption to secure data in transit and at rest, access controls to limit who can access sensitive information, firewalls and intrusion detection systems to defend against cyber threats, and regular security audits and vulnerability assessments to identify and address potential weaknesses in systems and networks. By prioritizing security measures, organizations can safeguard personal data against evolving cyber threats, build trust with users and stakeholders, and demonstrate their commitment to protecting privacy and confidentiality. Control 6. Data portability. Data portability refers to the ability of individuals to obtain and transfer their personal data between different organizations or services in a machine-readable format. This enables individuals to exercise greater control over their data. Data portability empowers individuals to switch between service providers, access their data from multiple devices or applications, and leverage their personal information for various purposes, such as migrating to a new service provider, integrating data into third-party applications, or creating personalized experiences. Organizations should provide individuals with mechanisms to easily request and transfer their personal data, such as data export tools, APIs, or standardized data formats, and ensure that data transfers are secure, efficient, and compliant with data protection regulations. Control 7. Access rights. Individuals have the right to access their personal data held by organizations and obtain information about how their data is being used and processed. Access rights enable individuals to exercise control over their personal information, verify the accuracy of their data, and ensure that it is being handled in accordance with data protection laws and regulations. Organizations should establish procedures for handling data access requests from individuals and provide timely and transparent responses to such requests. This may involve providing individuals with access to their personal data through online portals, data subject access request forms, or other means of communication, and allowing them to review, edit, or delete their data as needed. Access rights promote transparency, accountability, and trust between individuals and organizations, empowering individuals to assert control over their personal information and hold organizations accountable for their data practices. By respecting access rights, organizations demonstrate their commitment to privacy protection, data transparency, and compliance with regulatory requirements. Control 8. Right to erasure. Also known as the right to be forgotten, the right to erasure enables individuals to request the deletion or removal of their personal data when it is no longer necessary for the purposes for which it was collected or processed. This right empowers individuals to control the retention and use of their personal information and ensures that organizations do not retain data longer than is necessary or justified for legitimate purposes. Organizations should establish procedures for handling erasure requests from individuals and provide mechanisms for individuals to request the deletion or removal of their personal data, such as online forms, email addresses, or dedicated privacy contacts. Verify the identity of the individual making the request, and take appropriate measures to delete or anonymize the requested data from their systems and records. The right to erasure promotes privacy, data minimization, and accountability in data processing, empowering individuals to exercise control over their personal information and protect their privacy rights. Control 9. Data protection by design and default. Data protection by design and default is a privacy principle that emphasizes the integration of data protection principles and safeguards into the design and development of products, services, and systems from the outset. This principle requires organizations to proactively consider privacy. Data protection requirements throughout the entire life cycle of a product or service, rather than as an afterthought or add-on. Data protection by design involves incorporating privacy-enhancing features, controls, and safeguards into the design of products, such as encryption, access controls, data anonymization, and privacy settings, to minimize privacy risks and protect personal data from unauthorized access or misuse. Data protection by default involves configuring systems and settings to provide the highest level of privacy and security by default, ensuring that privacy-preserving options are enabled by default and that users are not required to take additional steps to protect their privacy. Control 10. Accountability. Organizations can embed privacy and security into their products and services, build user trust, and comply with regulatory requirements, and demonstrate compliance with data protection laws and regulations. Accountability entails implementing appropriate policies, procedures, and measures to ensure that personal data is processed lawfully, fairly, and transparently, and in accordance with individuals' rights and preferences. Additionally, organizations should maintain records of their data processing activities, document their data protection practices, and provide individuals with mechanisms to lodge complaints or seek redress for privacy violations. By demonstrating accountability, organizations can build trust with users and stakeholders, mitigate privacy risks, and foster a culture of privacy and data protection throughout the organization. Control 11. Data ethics. Data ethics refers to the ethical considerations and principles that guide the responsible collection, use, and handling of data by organizations and individuals. It encompasses values such as fairness, transparency, accountability, and respect for individuals' rights and interests. Data ethics is particularly important in the context of emerging technologies and data-driven decision-making processes. Organizations should adhere to ethical principles in their data practices. This may involve obtaining informed consent from individuals before collecting their data, providing clear information about how data will be used and shared, and implementing safeguards to protect data from misuse or unauthorized access. By prioritizing data ethics, organizations can build trust with users and stakeholders, mitigate risks, and contribute to positive social outcomes. Control 12. Data security. Data security encompasses the measures and protocols implemented by organizations to protect personal data from unauthorized access, disclosure, alteration, or destruction. This involves a combination of technical, physical, and administrative safeguards designed to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. Technical measures may include encryption, access controls, firewalls, and intrusion detection systems to prevent unauthorized access to data. Physical measures may involve secure data storage facilities, surveillance systems, and access restrictions to protect against physical theft or damage to data. Data security is essential for maintaining trust with users and stakeholders, as breaches can result in financial loss, reputational damage, and legal liabilities for organizations. By prioritizing data security, organizations can mitigate risks, protect sensitive information, and demonstrate their commitment to safeguarding the privacy and security of personal data. Time for the soft question. Do you have any control over your personal data? If not, what steps would you take to prevent anyone from having access to it? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. This may help our viewers learn, grow together as a community, and benefit from it. Subscribe with us and learn. If you find the information in this video valuable, please subscribe to watch more videos like this and also share it with family and friends. Your support will help us create many more high-quality videos like this. Please hit the like button and the notification bell to be notified. There's more waiting to be learned in our next video. Please click on these 2 videos shown here to explore even more. The contents of this video are for educational and informational purposes only. Thank you for watching.